The obstacles in the sport is causing a whole lot of confusion. No wonder they say, Onye na-eji ego adịrị ofe Owerri. He who does not have money cannot eat ofe Owerri. Hello everyone, welcome to Tasty City. Today on the menu I'll be showing you how to make this delicious, rich ofe Owerri, the Diaspora version. If you're interested to see how I made this, keep watching and please don't forget to click the like button. So let me introduce you to the ingredients and let's get cooking. For this recipe, we'll be needing all these ingredients, and for my proteins, I'll be using beef, tripe, cow skin, cow foot, dry fish, and stockfish. Now you can substitute the beef for goat meat. You can also include snails and bushmeat. Yeah, but we don't have any of those here. And because this is the Diasporan version, I'll be using spinach. Now, if you are watching from Nigeria, you can use ugu, that is pumpkin leaves. If you are living in a country where you can't get ugu, you can use spinach. Or if you are living in a country where you can get ugu, then use ugu. I've also got some okazi leaves, cocoyam, crayfish, ogiri, palm oil, habanero pepper, salt to taste, and seasoning cubes. We're also going to be needing onions, which was not here as of the time I introduced my ingredients. And if you're also living in a country where you can't get the fresh cocoyams, then you can use the powdered ones. And if for any reason you can't find the powdered cocoyam as well, then you can use oatmeal powder as your thickener. Now let's get right into the cooking action. To begin, I'll start by cooking the assorted meats. To that, I'll add my stockfish, chopped onion, next I'll crush in 2 beef seasoning cubes, add in some salt to taste, some water to cook the meat, I'll stir and allow to cook down for at least 20 minutes. So while the meat is cooking, in another separate burner, we are going to be cooking the cocoyams, and I have gone ahead to rinse them out very well. So I'm going to be adding enough water to cook the cocoyam, and I'll allow them to cook for between 15 to 20 minutes or until they are fully cooked. The next step is to chop the spinach. I have mine already washed. If you are using pumpkin leaves, this is the right time to chop them up as well. So I have my okazi already washed as well, and I'm using the dried okazi. You can feel free to use the fresh ones. Alright, so I'm done chopping the spinach. I'm just going to set this aside and then check on the pot of meat. Okay guys, so this has been cooking for 20 minutes now. At this point, I'm going to be taking out the beef because the beef does not have the same cooking time as the rest of the meat. So the reason I'm taking out the beef, like I said earlier, the beef does not have the same cooking time as the rest of the meat. But however, if you are using goat's meat, then skip this step. So I'm done taking out the beef. I'm going to be setting this aside. We're going to be adding it back later. At this point, I'll be adding in the dry fish. Next, I'll crush in 2 beef seasoning cubes. So after adding the seasoning cube, I added 2 cups of water off camera, which wasn't intentional. I didn't know my camera wasn't recording. So I'm just going to cover this up and I'll allow it to continue cooking. Okay guys, so the cocoyam has been cooking for 20 minutes now. I'm just going to check to see if it is fully cooked. And yes, the cocoyam is fully cooked, so I'm going to be taking it off the heat and we are ready to pound. So I'm going to be pounding the cocoyam with a small mortar. If you don't have something like this, then you can use a food processor or a blender. But if you're going to be using a blender, then you need to add a little bit of water to help the blades of the blender move. This is quite hot, so you have to be very careful when peeling this. Or you can allow them to cool down, you know, completely before doing this. But the cocoyam is going to get very hard. Yeah, so because my mortar is a bit small and I have a lot of cocoyam, so I'm going to be pounding this in 2 batches. So I'm done with the pounding of the cocoyam. I'm just going to set that aside. At this point, I'll be adding back the beef we took out earlier, and in total, the meat has been cooking for 30 minutes. At this point, I'll be dissolving the ogiri before adding it to the soup, and if you don't have ogiri, you can use okpe. This ogiri is gonna give it a very local taste, which will make the soup taste so delicious. So once that step is completed, I'm just going to stir this very well. So next, I'm going to be adding the blended crayfish, my habanero pepper, the palm oil. I'll give it a very good stir and then I'll scoop in the cocoyam. Like at this point, my kitchen smells ogiri, like it smells deliciously delicious. You all need to be right here in this kitchen. So once that step is completed, I'll cover up the pot and allow it to cook down on a medium heat for at least 12 to 15 minutes or until the cocoyam dissolves or melts up completely into the soup. Oh my goodness guys, like for real, my kitchen smells so amazing. Like it smells ogirishi. By the time we add in our vegetable, it's gonna be smelling ofowore. So this has been cooking for 15 minutes now, and I kind of like the consistency because you don't want to make this too thick. Yeah, because if it gets cold, it's gonna get thicker, so please don't make it too thick. At this point, I'm going to be testing for salt and seasoning. Alright guys, so after testing for seasoning, it was perfect. So at this point, I'm gonna be adding my okazi, So after adding the okazi, I'm going to give this a stir and I'll allow to cook down on a medium heat for 5 minutes before adding in my spinach. I don't like to add a lot of okazi because okazi is a very should I call it strong or hard vegetable. No matter how you cook okazi, it doesn't get soft, so I don't like to add in much. Yeah, so I'm going to allow this to cook down for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes I'm going to be adding our spinach, and our delicious and rich owerri will be ready. Okay, my beautiful people, we are almost coming to the end of this recipe. It is time to add in the spinach, but first of all, I'm going to give this a very good stir. Now, can you see the confusion going on in this pot? Hey! Oh, somebody help me with apple. Okay, so now I'm gonna be adding in the spinach. Once I add the spinach, I'm going to turn the heat off because our owerri is ready. Please, who is coming with apple? Please, apple. Somebody help me with apple. Oh my goodness, you guys should not mind me. Like, I had so much fun recording and editing this video. Yeah, so our owerri is ready, and you can have this soup with any swallow of your choice, like any swallow at all of your choice. But my favorite swallow to have owerri is akpu, yes, with correct fufu. Now, can you see the consistency? That is why I say don't make this soup too thick, because it's gonna get very thick as it cools down. Yeah, so that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, please do not forget to give this video a big like. I recorded this video and I edited it with my church mind. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click the like button, subscribe if you are not already. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in my next one. Bye for now. Bye.